recording.
Do the hustle.
Oh, Lord. We are going to behave.
It's not going to.
Coming up next on the Mish Connection.
Hi Pittsburgh, it's your boy CJ Mitchell and I'm here on the Mish Connection, here to talk about my upcoming EP and all the new music and amazing things happening. You gotta keep it locked right here on the Mish Connection on PCTV.
All coming up next on the Mish Connection.
Hey Pittsburgh, it's your girl Mish, once again here at the Mish Connection. Now, you know I have something great for you, as always. Got to keep those new connections coming. And today I have a singer-songwriter that will totally amaze you. Not only is he talented, but he's also warm at heart, so you'll actually see that through your screen right now. I would love to introduce you to CJ Mitchell.
How you doing, Pittsburgh?
Hi, CJ. How you doing?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited you're here.
Finally.
Oh my gosh.
Finally. Yes.
Now, we've actually known each other for a while now, which we can't necessarily pinpoint exactly where we know each other. It's one of those, we have one of those faces where it's like, I know you from somewhere. But our main project, and the one I remember first, is the show that we did at Cabaret, downtown Pittsburgh.
Downtown Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So at that Cabaret, first of all, it showed many different talents there, and we've gotten to meet so many beautiful, talented people there.
Yeah.
But I am especially glad that I got to meet you, because not only are you here right now on the show, but we both agreed to actually work together on music, so that's good. But tell me a little bit more about how you got connected with that show at the Cabaret Theater.
Well, the incredible Kiara Darshell.
Yes.
Is such a pioneer in Pittsburgh, and she had done a few drag shows that I performed for some of my friends I sung backup for, and I got to meet her, and once I put out my Permission to Love music video, she saw it, and I'm not even sure exactly how, but she remembered it. And I would start going to drag shows, and I would come in, I would just roll in the back of drag shows like dirty and late, and she would be like, there's CJ Mitchell, everybody, y'all see CJ Mitchell, he's a singer. She would just go through so much to like pull me out and to give you so much self-esteem is what she really does. So she remembered me, and when she started putting together this live performance show, she called me and said, hey, I want you to be a part of opening up for Jason Matthews, who was coming back to Pittsburgh to perform. And she put together an amazing show. I mean, especially for that show to be the first time. I really hope we do that again.
Yes.
I really, really do.
Yes, Kiara, that's a message to you.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was so incredible. And that night, even though I showed up sick and hoarse and we were backstage choking on big black medicine so that for our voices.
Yes.
Like
we were sick. I remember that.
What was that?
I brought a whole big bag of cough drops too. I mean, tea all day. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
But we still came together though.
We pulled it out.
Yes,
we pulled it out.
Professionals.
Absolutely.
But it's great that you bring up, Kiara Darshell and what she is doing, and a lot of her shows in the middle, just right dab in the middle of it, she'll call a random person up and sing happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is in the audience.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. And I think that's how, she met me. I was just in the audience, and my friends put me up on the stage, and it was just history from there. I'm honored to share the stage with her. She is amazing. So shout out to Kiara Darshell.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Queen.
Yes. So let's actually, because you did a cover that day and a little bit of a original songs, but you, of course, write your own music, and not only that, you play.
You
play-
putting all my business
Yes. Lay it out, baby. Lay it out.
out there. I do.
Yes.
It's my passion. It
So,
really is.
how did you actually begin, just playing music or, started writing and singing?
Cartoons.
Cartoons, yes.
So it's really crazy. My mother bought my piano. My mother brought my sister a piano, and my sister never played it, and she left it in the house. And cartoons would go on, and as soon as a commercial or a cartoon went off, I would run to the piano and try to tap out what I heard. So after a while, I basically figured out how to play songs by ear. I was basically teaching myself an instrument. That's how that happened. And from church, growing up in West Virginia, drums, and my mother plays the bass, so that was an easy transition. So many of those things came naturally.
Nice.
And after a while, I grew up and I have an entire orchestra of instruments on my song that I play by myself.
Yeah.
So
But you play multiple instruments, right?
I do.
Oh, see, we're going to get into all that. And not only that, you have different projects coming up. And I want to actually go back and further into just a little bit of your history and where the songs come from, how they inspire you. We're going to actually get deeper. Now, Pittsburgh. You don't want to miss more of this man right here, C.J. Mitchell. Be right back with the Mish Connection.
The Mish Connection will be right back. Welcome back to the Mish Connection.
Welcome back, Pittsburgh. It's once again your girl Mish here on the Mish Connection. And CJ is over here cutting up with me.
I'm innocent. I'm
Right?
so innocent.
He's so not. But I'm having such a great time, of course, with you today. Thank you so much for coming. Now, I wanted to actually pick up from where we left off before, because not only you said you first were inspired, or you began actually watching cartoons and going from there. Tell me how it got from cartoons into starting your own album, Dear World, and then, going into, getting ready for your EP coming up. Take us through how it came from cartoons.
So my whole life, I thought music was a hobby. And the two loves of my life were always basketball and music. And I always juggled them. And my mother told me growing up, music is your passion, but it'll take you some time to realize. I was like, nah. So I played high school basketball, starting point guard, Mercer Christian Cavaliers, state, I just want to put that out there. Played through college. I went and played on scholarship. But right around college, I realized that it wasn't a hobby, and it was something that actually gets me through things. Mm-hmm. And it's something that actually saves my bad days and saves, horrible situations going on. Music is my refuge. So when I finally realized that, I realized that my songs had to be that as well. Major changes in this situation were getting involved and listening to albums that changed my life. Stevie Wonder and Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was like mind-blowing to me. When I realized that music had such a huge purpose, I realized that I wanted to do that for someone else as well. So I got into writing, and I got into a lot more singing in church and things like that. But when it comes to actually being in the studio now, it's really, it really comes from looking around and saying, of all things that I've done in my life, what am I here for? What is my actual purpose? And when I'm singing and when I'm playing piano, the world stops. I can sit down right now at a piano and I can lose track of time, and I can lose track of everything that's going on in my world. And I feel like everyone should have a thing like that, number one. But I feel like something that I love that much has to be what I'm using all my energy for. So this latest album, I finally called a producer that I've known for a few years and said, I have to do this. And you know, I'm very critical of myself. You know, I've written a million songs in my life, and I've written songs in the shower and thought they were cool, and then 5 minutes later I'm like, I'm not gonna sing that in public. That's kind of crazy. Not gonna put that one on an album. But when a song wakes you up, and when a song is what you sing on your way to work, and when a song makes you cry and it makes you think, when you're done writing it, then you know that it's something that you need to give to the rest of the world. So because of that is why I'm currently in the works in this new project that is my passion, and I cannot wait till fall so all you guys can hear it. It's gonna be cool.
And during are you having like some type of release? Especially that's around the time, you know, your birthday and things like that.
My birthday? Our birthday? That's funny how you put that out there. No, I'm going to have to. I actually think I'm going to do a concert, a filmed concert. So, you know, for the people who can make it, and it'll be on YouTube for the people who can't. But it's going to be really an amazing night. It's only going to be a 4-song EP, so you know, experimental project. But it's going to be 4 songs that have changed me and made me grow and think, and I'm showing some vulnerability on these songs. You know, some songs you can just write very surface, but these songs are very in-depth and are going to showcase some thoughts that I've had to deal with.
Nice. See? What is the deepest song you feel that you've written so far that you feel that maybe that was maybe a little bit too open? Or so what is the song that leaves you most vulnerable? And tell me about it. Why did it make you vulnerable?
So the first song, I think the first or second song on this album is called Heart of a Man. And this song is that for me because it's hypothetical. I love thinking hypothetical situations. So I had a breakup once, and when you're going through a breakup, your head and your heart are constantly every day telling you something different. Your heart is telling you, oh, we're still in love. We were just cuddling a month ago. Your head is telling you, you're kind of over. You need to move on. With that constant battle, it leaves you to think thoughts that you probably shouldn't say out loud. So I turned them into a song. I went through a breakup November 10th, 2012 that changed my life forever. And a month later, of course, is Christmas. I woke up on Christmas thinking this dude was about to walk through the door and say, oh, my bad, I made a mistake. We can just pretend that it didn't happen. Like, this is how crazy, I really felt at the time. So the name of the song is Heart of a Man. And this song is about if your ex called you a few years after your breakup and said, hey, I made a major mistake. I was wrong. I've sold my apartment. I sold my car. I have all my world in bags right now. Come meet me at our old place and we'll start from scratch. Wow. What would you say? Now.
What would you say, Pittsburgh? I'm just saying.
The problem is most people would say, I hung up the phone. I wouldn't talk to them. But there are some mates. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell the truth.
There are some of those days where you catch yourself going through the thought frames and through memories and through what I did and what happened and was it timing, was it? So that's what Heart of a Man is. It's the chorus, actually, the lyrics to the chorus is, so that's why I'm running to the heart of a man because he needs me and he will die if I don't get there.
See?
Yeah, it's...
That's what I'm talking about, Pittsburgh. You need to get connected with this man now.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of, I think when you are honest in your music, even when you feel, there's different voices, in your head that says, this is a little bit too much information. Nobody will feel this way. You need to stop right now. But once you get it out and expose it, you'll just realize that there's so many people that feels the same way. And I love this song that you have. It's called Permission to Love.
Yeah.
Yes. And you can actually find it on YouTube, of course. We can all go on YouTube and find it. And we will actually show it later on in this show, so you won't be missing out. But tell me how you actually got to the point or what inspired you to write Permission to Love.
Permission to Love, my baby.
Yes.
That song was written legit 3 years ago. It was, the music video and the recording process was 2 years later. I remember my boyfriend at the time gave me his MacBook and they had GarageBand, and I was pushing buttons and trying to assemble this track that was in my head. It was just one of those songs that when I first came out of the closet, I wrote because I thought, this is what we're fighting for, and I hadn't found a song that summed it up that well. And the core, actually the bridge to that song is a very emotional, give me the right to marry the person I'm in love with. A lot of people fight for gay rights, and a lot of people who don't even believe in love and relationships fight for marriage, which is interesting to me. But I'm fighting for it, and I wrote that song because I really, really believe in love and in our right to be in love that way. So I felt it's such an important song, and I was scared to death, girl. I really was, until that song came out and people were like, everyone in the studio was like, this is great, I'm so glad you wrote this. I'm like, oh, so this did have purpose.
Yes.
So, yeah.
See? And I love that, because, I'm all for equal rights, period.
Yeah, across the board.
That's all it is. I mean, it should have never been a question in the first place, in my opinion. So when I saw that, the video, not only did I recognize the different locations, but I love to pay attention to lyrics. And the lyrics is on point. You better go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want Pittsburgh to not only stay in touch with you, but to understand where your music comes from. Of course, to get to know you further. So I'm going to show the video. Yes.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready? But we will be back, of course, with more C.J. Mitchell on the Mish Connection.
The Mish Connection will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the verge of change. Our gay brothers and sisters are out, loud and proud. Our lives can no longer be silenced, hidden, or ignored. We are just like you. We live, we laugh, and we love. We are moving forward into the future with acceptance, inclusion, and visibility. And now, won't you give us permission to love? Put your hands together for C.J. Mitchell!
You guys ready? Let's go! You say, why don't they behave? It's 'cause we've been pushed down too long. It's time the nation change its mind. They should help support us instead of hating us. So when I open my mouth, permission to love. We just wanna wear a ring, live a life that changes things. All we really, really need is permission to love. Ready now. Ready now. Why don't you just ready now? You think we're wrong, and I believe nothing could be further from truth. All we need is hope and liberty, be given the rights we all do. So when I open my mouth, these words come out. They will change the world. Our voices must be heard now. We don't wanna cause no trouble. Sorry, that is not so subtle. All we're really asking for is permission to love. We just wanna wear a ring, live a life that changes things. All we really, really need is permission to love. Ready now. Hey. Ready now. Why don't you just ready now? Just give me the right to look in his eyes. Tell him he's my everything, legally my prince and dream. Give me the right to walk down the aisle. Let the words we say mean something recognized by our own country.
A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another.
Ready now. Ready now. Why don't you just ready now? Ready now. Ready now. Ready now. Why don't you just ready
Welcome back to the Mish Connection.
Hey Pittsburgh, it's your girl Mish. Once again, welcome back to the Mish Connection. Now, that was Permission to Love by C.J. Mitchell, directed by Josh Bays. Yes, that was a great video.
Thank you so much.
I bet it took a long time, basically a lot of hard work, but it so paid off. It's beautiful.
Can you believe we shot that in 2 days?
What?
And what's crazy about that video is that I walked into the company 3 days before we shot and said, hey, this is what it's about. I talked to the people about at Cruise. I got hot mess, and we're gonna shoot here, and the camera fades like this. Just press record. And 3 days later, it was a big production, so it was really awesome.
That is so awesome.
So cool.
And I know you have many different projects coming up, but of course we can't talk about them now. They're still in the works. So Pittsburgh, you have to stay connected. You have to. So tell them how they can stay connected primarily. Like, of course, your website, your YouTube, Facebook. Tell them everything.
Wonderful. Well, all those things are actually going to be updated within the next week. But by the time you guys see this, you'll be able to find me on YouTube under Creaky Seat Publishing. That's actually the company that's going to do the recording for my album. And Dustin Yanish Photography. He's doing the videos for my album. He's an incredible new director in Pittsburgh, and he's actually going to make the entire album like a visual album. So it's going to be so incredible. But you can also find me on Facebook. Just CJ Mitchell. There's not a lot of those. CJ Mitchell Music. And I'll be all over the place, and especially all over Pittsburgh and Ohio and West Virginia. So yeah.
Good. So you have a lot of performances coming up. So yes, definitely stay tuned to his website. Now, as far as your next project, now it is just a 4-track EP album, am I correct?
Purple EP.
Yes.
The Purple EP.
Tell us a little bit about that, what you have in mind.
The Purple EP is going to come out, I think, September 9th. And it's going to be 4 songs that I've lived with and 4 songs that I really believe in. And they're going to all showcase different sides of me. They're going to be harmonies, and they're going to be, Permission to Love, I remember when we made it, we had to remix it for clubs. And we had to get like DJs to, okay, we love this song, but we can't play it in a club. And so I'm going to actually have some club songs for you guys that are like me, but you can still go to Cruise on Thursday night and go crazy to them. Yes. But I'm also going to have some ballads and some piano-driven songs, and there's going to be some songs you're going to actually finally get to hear me just at piano, like at Cabaret Theater. Yeah. And there's also going to be some just very deep, issues on that album. So it's going to be a wide range in that 4 songs. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Good. I'm going to force some of my friends to sing backup.
Yeah, nice.
They don't know it yet, but they don't have choices. So. It's going to be cool.
Right. That's basically what I do. My poor friends, thank God for them. They're like, okay, well, I'll do this and I'll do that. Okay, well, I need you to do this. Yes. You have those friends.
Love ya.
Yes.
Smooches.
But actually, speaking of friends, I wanted to know if you have anyone that you wanted to give a special thanks to, anyone that you work with, any friends that you love, anyone that you want to acknowledge.
I do. My incredible mother is at home right now, and she's probably watching this right now. So hi, Mom. Love you so much.
Hello,
I have to give a big shout out to 3 of my most incredible people in my world. My sister Amanda, who is an incredible singer, and I'm going to bring her back on the show with you. When you hear Amanda Stephanie sing, she's just a beast. She has this little bitty body and belts like Whitney Houston. So
nice.
Hey Amanda. My best friend in the whole wide world, Peter Cool, at the Cabaret Theater, he was called out of the audience by Kiera, and she made him play piano during one of
I remember that.
The parts, and he killed it.
Yes,
he
did.
actually is an incredible singer as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
Definitely going to make him sing
More
and
connections,
play.
okay.
So hey, Peter.
Yes.
And last but not least, the incredible Mark Starosky, who is an awesome guy that I met because of this one. I actually, exactly 3 months ago, I went to see her perform at Cruise. And I'm like, yay, she killed it. And then I turned around and there's this like really cute guy in the back. And 3 months later, he's still on my team. So.
Yes, that is awesome.
Hi, wonderful people.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
That is wonderful. And, you got to have a great surrounding. And that's what keeps, of course, a smile on our face. And it keeps us focused also. But, the music is the fire that lights us up. So
Always.
I love it. So once again, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank
You're
you
incredible.
so much for being here. And of course, we need to actually get to work because we need to do a project together. So stay tuned for that too. Always keep connected, of course, with the Mish Connection. And of course, tell your friends to get connected with the Mish Connection on PCTV. Now,